What's up guys, welcome to White Glove Auto. Today we're going to be wrapping the sick Lamborghini Murcielago you see right here. Let's show you how we did it. I think we're going to go ahead and start on this door. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe before we get started, make sure it's good to go. We're just going to start slapping it on. We're going to start with the door first because that has the most text on it, and you want to make sure that the text is level for the rest of the vehicle whenever you start lining things up to it, because you just don't want it all skewed or going up and down or anything. So if you get the first panel good with the words on it and everything, then everything else going off of it will be perfect.
So when talking about commercial wraps, especially for your business, it's extremely important. A mobile billboard on your vehicle is definitely a lot more financially, I guess, responsible, you can say, because people are gonna look at that more on the road versus a billboard. So many people put money into billboards on the highway or on the road. And I mean, be honest with yourself. Whenever you're driving down the highway, how many billboards do you actually look at? Probably not that many. And that's the case for pretty much anybody. Billboards, don't really get that much attention, but your car is a mobile billboard, and that's right in front of everybody's face. You can't really miss that. So that is why this is definitely a lot more of a better choice than a billboard would be.
Right now I have some measurements that I'm using as reference points, that and one of the pictures of the final design that I'm just going off of, and I'm just trying to line it up to the picture that we have so that it's exactly what the customer approved. We gotta just make sure it's perfect.
We were a little bit skewed on our design. So when we initially put on the driver's side of this vehicle, yeah, we were about a 1/4 inch off, maybe a 1/2 inch off on skew, like rotation. Yeah, I mean, overall that's not acceptable. I mean, we have a design that's on the computer, and we should be hitting that design mark almost 100%. And not only that, there's certain aspects in the design that shouldn't go through certain body lines and stuff like that. And in particular on this, we had a line of text, and it was folded around a body line because it was skewed. And that's not acceptable. That doesn't look good. I don't want to just let something like that out of our shop, because that's not white glove.
All right, so me and Mitch and Myron, we just double checked the measurements so that it's good to go and it's set up exactly where we want it to be. It's all looking good, and I'm gonna go ahead and start installing now.
Taking what's in the customer's head, trying to extract that out, and then put that on computer. And that's one of the hardest things we can do. And then we also have those customers that are just like, oh, you guys are the professionals, and you guys, come up with whatever looks good. And a lot of times that actually doesn't really pan out too well, because usually what we come up with, that customer will end up not liking, and then end up telling us what they like anyway. So really, we just try to get as much information from the customer as possible to help us with the design.
My technique here is I'm just gonna do like a top and bottom, half and half kind of thing. I'm gonna cut the backing here, and I'm gonna get this locked in here, get this all good, and I can work everything else from the joint. Pro tip, patented slide and squeegee method. You just slide and squeegee. Slide and squeegee. All right, so I got it all squeegeed out. Next step is gonna go ahead and trim all these edges and everything, get it tucked. I'm gonna put the mirror back in so then I can open the door and everything freely and not have to worry about that. Mitch doesn't touch this panel, it'll come out just fine. Okay, buddy. Okay, pal. I know your hearing's kind of bad, your hair fell out and everything, but yeah, okay. Would you lose your comb? If you have less film to deal with, then it's just more manageable and it makes for a better install. So generally I like to cut off anything that you don't need before you even start installing. It just kind of simplifies the process. I'm just trying to go ahead and get it peeled so I can get started. Kind of dealing with the hip area, trying to line up here, and then you have to work back that way. It kind of makes it a little bit annoying. Any tips for people at home that want to know how to do this? They got to watch our YouTube videos. I think that's the play.
The advice I would personally give to somebody looking for a commercial wrap is finding a shop that is going to work with you on your vision, right? The biggest thing is your vision and how you want to see your vehicle turn out, and making sure the shop can work with you on that, and that the shop isn't going to lose their patience or end up charging you a ridiculous amount of money, or whatever it is. You want to make sure you work with a shop that's fair and will work with you on design.
I know, I was going to say, like...
Yeah, it's fine. So like... What?
You just wouldn't let me, you said, yeah, it's fine. You don't even know what I was going to say.
I do know what you're going to say.
What was I going to say?
Mitch, you did such a great job, Mitch.
Just time consuming. It's not really difficult per se. There's just a lot to go over and make sure that it's all up to par, really. All right, guys, so as you can tell, we've been chugging away on this thing, been grinding a few days now, and it's almost done. We should have the hood, the lower rocker sections, and then we have a bunch of decals to put on this thing. So we are on pace, but I just received word that the customer is ready to pick this up in just a couple hours. It has to be out the door. Kind of got my work cut out for me. Let's see if we can get this done. Right now I'm just squaring up this this watch so that it's not skewed and it fits exactly where it's supposed to relative to the proof, because I don't want to start installing until I have it exactly where it belongs.
Find ourselves to be the most trusted wrap shop in Tulsa because how we do handle our business, right? Just like we talked about how when the wrap was skewed on the Murcielago here, and we did that whole side, it's because it wasn't up to our standards. It's not only are we just here to do work, but we're here to do it correctly and properly, and we want to make sure it comes out looking good and makes a good image on us as a company. And that's why we are the most reviewed and highest rated in Tulsa.
10 a.m. Used to sleep and I've been up since 6 a.m. Early bird gets the worm what it is. All these birds, they get curved.
Just trying to get this rocker on here without letting it touch the ground. That is the name of the game right now. This is almost done. I just got to pull this knifeless.
When things don't go my way, I get upset, but I cannot complain. I save a bag to spend on rainy days. Diamonds for my
That was fantastic. It was great. Told him what I wanted. Completely did exactly what I wanted, and then brought it up here, and it was a fast turnaround. I'm realistically working on it like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's done. I had people ask, how long is that going to take? A couple weeks? Like, I don't think so. It's been quick.
10 a.m. Used to sleep and I've been up since 6 a.m. Early bird gets the worm what it is. All these birds, they get curved what it is. Okay. 10 a.m.
I guess it's done. I guess it's done. I'm just going over it and getting some of the scratches out. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Yeah, I'm excited to see the customer. He took off all the parts for us, so I'm excited for him to put them back on and see it all finished up. It's gonna be pretty crazy, I think.
I wake up like, ooh, that's me. Brand new car like tracksuit pants, don't wear no jeans. I'm athletic, count up 100 like calisthenics. Talking about a bag, you got bad credit. New MX, we don't use.
All right, guys, so we got it all finished up for you. We're just giving it a final look over and making sure all the edges and everything are tucked. There's no lifting or contamination or anything like that. And this thing is ready to hit the road. I think it looks sick. It's gonna get a lot of attention and turn a lot of heads. So thank you guys for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Hey, nigga, I'm proud of you. Stack money a mile or two. I might go forever, go for eons. Front like you're on, you don't be on. Pull up in the Tesla, Elon.